this is it. The ego death of Rome, where the Roman religion died, the Roman society died, and it was replaced by a new religion and essentially just a new society. Christianity was highly utopic. Christianity was saying we'd all become Christian and we'd enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's what they believed. That's the promise. And that sounds so much like what you're hearing now, which is we'll all progress into the utopia.
Wow.
It's the exact same.
There's so many parallels, dude, between Christianity and the psychedelic community. They have, like, because a lot of them are very resistant to Christianity, but man, like, the deeper I go into Christianity, I'm like, man, there are so many parallels here. It's like, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
It's
and
very,
they think
very
that they're against each other, but it's like, man, I don't know. I think we're getting a little bit too, because we live in times right now where it's like full of turmoil. We're divisive more than ever. We're like the ego is getting fragmented. We're fighting even amongst ourselves, like even within communities, which I kind of think is silly. And so, all right, let's say Rome has its ego death. We tear down the system. What new ideology is going to show up? Is it going to be the paganism? Is it going to be psychedelia? Is it going to to be atheism? Is it going to be Islam? What's going to happen?
Well, this is the big question, because, and this is a serious question, because when Christianity came into Rome, it promised the kingdom of heaven. And when it got power, Rome, within 50 years, was getting invaded by barbarians. The barbarians weren't people like the patrician Romans focused on culture and citizenship and higher institutions and law. These were, they were sort of just, Nietzsche called them thugs. And then what followed was a dark age that lasted 1,000 years. It was the end. The Christians ran around then. Once they got power, what did the Christians do? They ran around pulling down the statues of Rome. Have you seen that recently?
No.
They
What's going on?
Did you not see all the statues getting pulled down in America?
Yeah, I've heard about it. I just haven't. Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I know that's what's going on. Yeah. Well, like I told you, in Chile, they're burning down the churches, literally burning down churches. So
that's what's so fascinating. So when the Christians got into Rome, they destroyed the temples.
Fuck.
They pulled down the statues. They burned the library. Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. They burned the Library of Alexander. They did not do that. Apologies for saying that. There was a very, very
blasphemy.
There was a very, very big library in Egypt somewhere, and it got destroyed by them. So I believe. And obviously, the very, very famous thing is that they got rid of all the knowledge, and the knowledge ended up going to the Islam.
Isn't that what the YouTube's doing with their purge, with their
yes,
wow.
So it's probably something like that. And then obviously all the knowledge went over to the Muslim places, and then the Muslims brought that back with the Ottomans, and then the Renaissance happens because the Italians get all this stuff back, and suddenly they're like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh my God, Plato and all these people or whatever it was, they get it all back again and all that type of stuff. And again, this is it's a little bit broad stroke, but you can kind of see that the pattern is that Christianity it eradicates all that. They dogmatize. So what happens is the ego gets destroyed. The Rome goes into a crisis. The crisis consolidates in a new ego, and then it's like someone who's after having a freak out. They're after like panicking, and they're trying to put themselves together. And so what they do is they cut out all the bullshit. They stop eating McDonald's. They stop eating any weird new foreign food. They just go down. They say, this is my diet. It's very simple. And they cut out all their weird friends that they kind of only half know. And they say, I just want my small group of friends. I need to, it's like someone who's coming out of a
virtual reality. I'm just going to live in my own universe right now. Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes, but also in the sense of like, if you have like a bad trip, it's you just get back to fundamentals and you become quite strict, become disciplined,
right,
get up early in the morning.
Humanness. Yeah.
Groundedness and all that type of thing. And so the Christian Romans put back their ego, but of course they destroy quite a lot in doing that, and that's actually what's necessary. And then that becomes dogmatic Christianity. And what's so fascinating is that it wasn't like that at the start, but it did become that. And so the people nowadays critiquing that are saying like Christianity's stiff, old, and racist, basically, which is like, all right. And they're trying to destroy that. And they might succeed. We don't know.